In this tutorial, we're going to go over some of the basic features in the blog books, some of the how-tos of adding video, adding images, adding YouTube videos either as links or as embedded videos. We're just going to do a quick navigation through some of the features that you're able to do, hopefully within the site. So again, we're going to start at the class website, which is the netvibes.com, B. McCornack. We're going to scroll down to our blog book link, which takes us to a new tab. Here I'm already signed in, but if you're not signed in, what you're going to come across is the basic sign-in window, which asks you for a username and your password. Hopefully I've entered it correctly here. Ka-ching, here we go. For me, I've got 4 different postings. One is an example blog. The other one I'm actually using for the class. So if you want to be following things, especially for the lab, I highly recommend you follow the IPD Manhattan site. As you can see, we can actually go in and view the blog. There should be images and text that you're familiar with, assuming that this does come up, and it does. For week 3, we have getting to know your web tools, some text, what you're required to do, and then it just keeps posting new posts on top of old posts. At any time, you can navigate that over here on the right-hand column or on the left-hand column, depending on how you set up your blog. But basically, that's the general layout for the blogs. But what you want to do is, for each lab, you don't want to add a new blog. What you want to do is add a new post. So you can either edit old posts, which is a possibility. Here it gives me all the posts that I've had to date. I can go into edit, which brings me to that posting. Here I can enter text. If I had done a spell check or noticed the wrong spelling, I can change that here and then submit or publish post. But what we're really talking about today is just going in and adding a new post. So if we go back to our dashboard screen, we can actually add in a new post, which gives us a blank screen, blank title. We can be creative here. But what I really want to do is just kind of give you a general overview. So for here, we can insert text pretty easily, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. But what we also want to do is be able to add images. So if you click on our image icon, we can go and actually either click on that little window, or we can go to Browse, and then look for an image that we found. Choose a layout for it. Here I always go to None. That seems to give for me personally, I like the layout of it. And then I can go to Upload Image. And it takes just a minute here to upload, and then it tells me that I've successfully added an image. If this does not happen, you were not successful and you need to try it again. But in this case, we were successful, so we can click on Done, and voila, here is our image. It always goes to the default by adding it to the top, I do believe, but you can change this by simply clicking, dragging, and moving it around this way. Again, there's not a lot of dazzle you can do with this, but it does give you just a place to put information. That's all I really want you to focus on for this. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of space and play around with some of the video components to this. I'm not going to do it here, but really add in a video that's not on YouTube or somewhere else. You can actually, same thing as an image, where you choose to upload the file, give it a title, and then upload. But there was some question in class as to how to do this for a YouTube video. We're going to do that here in a couple different options. The first option is just to add it as a hyperlink. So here we're going to put YouTube video. And then to make this as a link, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight it and go to our little link. And if you don't know what any of these are, give it enough time with your cursor and it will tell you what it does essentially. So if we click on link, it asks us for a URL. If we don't remember, then what we can do is go to our the page where we has the video that we want to incorporate, and here on the right hand side of that video, wherever you are on YouTube, it gives you a URL. So you can copy that by right clicking. That's how I got that window to pop up. If all else fails, right click, right click, right click. So we go to copy, and then we're going to thumb back to our other page, and in that window we're going to click paste, and now it has that YouTube link in it. So once we click OK, we notice that our text changes to purple, and this is actually a hyperlink now. If we go to the edit mode, this gives us just our general text, but anything else that we add in here is going to be HTML code. So here you can see the YouTube link, Here is our picture, and we know it's our picture because I remember labeling it SBA for soybean aphid in the JPEG. So this you can kind of identify what these different markers are within your HTML source code. But if you go back to Compose, here we just see what you would see on the blog. And if you really want to see what you're going to see, click on Preview, and here we've got the title, we've got Insert Text, and we've got YouTube Video. We're going to hide the preview, but now let's say we want to actually embed it, which is where we were having some of the problems. So I'm going to go to where I want to embed it. I'm going to go actually back to my YouTube page, and here it says Embed. I can actually customize this, so if that window's not open, you can click that little button that says Customize, and you can change border, shape, all kinds of things, and how that little link will appear on your blog. So you have a little bit of creativity there. We're not going to get real fancy. We're going to go with the default, and then right-click, go to Copy. We're going to go back to our Blogger, and we're not going to paste it in the Compose screen, but instead we're going to go to Edit HTML. And here, there's my two blocks. I've got my image and I've got my link. And I want to actually go right above my link, so I'm going to go in here, I'm going to right-click and paste. All of a sudden, it's going to paste a bunch of information inside the HTML source code. And then I'm going to go back to the Compose screen, and it's not going to be there. That's because it's only going to pull it once you go to the preview mode. So if you click on preview, you've got your title, insert text, your image, and all of a sudden you've got the video that will now play within the site. So it's actually embedded, but it's not going to be available until you actually do a preview mode, which actually shows what it's going to look like once it's published. So we can click on Hide Preview, and again, the video disappears. But it's there because we go to HTML, and we've got an object that allows a lot of different things, but it's actually a YouTube video. So Compose, and if we want to order this, so say we want, instead of our video being on top of above the link, we want it to be below. We need to go in and copy this whole object insert, and we can drag it, highlight it and drag it. Now I'm going to go right below that hyperlink that we first added. So if I go back to the Compose screen, it doesn't look like anything's changed, but when I go to Preview, what I see is that my YouTube link is right above the actual embedded video. So if we go back to Hide Preview, and I'm satisfied with how everything looks, of course I've saved now a couple of times. I haven't, but this is a quick demonstration. We're going to go to Publish the Post, and it's told me that I've published successfully. I can actually go and view the blog. Again, it's the same blog that I've been using. It's got my title, text, image, and now this shows up as a link, which actually takes me to the video source found on YouTube, or it actually plays that within the site. One other feature that if you still don't like the way it looks and you want to edit it, one way to easily do that is go to Edit Post, which then brings you back to that same screen. You can play things, play around. I'm going to just change this quick. Insert text 2, and then we go to Publish Post. It says Successful, View Blog, and now we've got our text automatically updated with everything else that we had before. So in a nutshell, that's how the blog works. If you want to go back or create a new posting within this blog site, again, this blog address is IPD Manhattan blog site, and this is going to be different based on what your blog site is that you've submitted to me, but keep it as a new post within there. Let's see. If you're not really sure how to get back to the discussion board, this is one of the things I think is kind of dumb about the site, is that it doesn't have a dashboard link up here. But if you go to New Post and don't put anything in there, but just go up to Dashboard, it will actually take you back to your dashboard. And so now it shows that I have 5 posts, which makes sense because I added a new post. I can go back to Edit Posts, and it shows my creative title, and then when it was posted, and all the other posts. I can either view it or edit it. If you have any other questions, please make sure you let me know, but that is it for this tutorial.